Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy RC the Great back with another video. This is episode 2 of the Market Watch series. Hope you guys are having a good day. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But as you can see, we have 10 minutes until the new packs come out. So today we're going to be talking about some of the things we mentioned in the last episode about card prices and what I expect to happen. But we're also going to be going over my routine if I'm home during pack days, what I'll do at 11 a.m. to search for different badges and stuff while people are ripping packs, and what I'll do at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. once all the auction times end and I'm looking for some good value cards. We will talk about all of it, all my strategies when I'm doing these kind of things. But first, let's go over who's going to be coming out today in the packs and what I expect to happen. So we have Dikembe Mutombo, who's going to be a diamond center. Kyrie Irving, who's going to be a diamond point guard, who I think off the bat may be the highest value because he has Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, and he comes with gold long range extender or range extender. Look up him in MyTeam database. Anytime a new card comes out, just look it up in MyTeam database. I'll leave the link in the description so you can see their stats before they actually enter the auction house. Then we have Jamal Mashburn, Steven Jackson as a Ruby, and Tyson Chandler. Now, if you collect all of these cards and you lock them in, you're going to get a Diamond Latrell Sprewell, who's going to be a pretty good player. But I learned something yesterday. Somebody commented that they kind of corrected me from yesterday. Dr. J is actually going to be the reward for collecting all of the One Will Rise rewards. So what does that mean? If you collect all the cards that get you Gary Payton, and then you have Gary Payton. You collect all the cards that get you Draymond Green, you have Draymond Green. You collect all the cards that get you Dennis Rodman, you'll have Dennis Rodman, and then you get Latrell Sprewell. You have all those rewards, you lock those in, and then you will get Dr. J. So all that does is increase the prices even more for the One Will Rise sets. So once that Dr. J is announced, cards like Lamar Odom, Weber, Christie, all those guys may probably increase even more in value. So be on the lookout for that. Let's look at Lamar Odom's price like we talked about yesterday. You saw yesterday he was around 150. I said he was going to go upwards towards 200, and his price just continues to climb. 19 minutes left in the auction house and he is currently at 170. Check it out. This Lamar Odom is getting even higher in value because his supply is super low. There's like 15 or less cards left in the auction house. These packs are long gone. You can't really pull them anymore unless you have a locker code, so it's tough to get Lamar Odom. Let's check out this Isaiah Thomas. He's still around that 77k MT, but I do think he is going to go up in price eventually, especially when that new Dr. J reward is announced. Now, there are more of these Isaiah Thomases coming into the market, and I do think that is because Kyrie Irving has come out. So if Kyrie Irving comes out and his price is going up and everybody wants that Kyrie, they're most likely going to be selling their Isaiah Thomas. So look out for that. Isaiah Thomas's price could go down because he is a point guard. Kyrie Irving is a point guard. Kyrie's better on offense. A lot of people like offense, so they may sell their Isaiah Thomas to go get that Kyrie. So keep a lookout for those kind of things. So we're going to be back here at 11 a.m. and we are going to talk about what I do looking for badges and all that stuff. Then we're going to come back at 4 p.m. and I'll show you my strategy on how I try to find the perfect auction time that cards might be going for the lowest price. And we will try to be sniping some cards at 11, and I'll show you that whole process on how that works. Stay tuned to the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll catch you soon and we'll go through all the tips. All right, y'all, it is 11 a.m. The packs have officially expired for the playoff dimers. So let's check back again and see if they've added the new ones. Yes, they have added the playoff underdogs. Just for the sake of the video, we're going to rip one single pack and see what we get. If we can get lucky on video, if not, it's cool. I don't expect much. And like I thought, we don't get very much out of those, but we do get a Monty Williams and a silver card with a gold badge. But let's go check out what we can do once these cards are out. So people are going to be ripping packs right now. We already know people are buying VC. They're trying to get these cards. They want their XP. So look over at the XP that are going to be given out for these cards. And if you look at the playoff underdogs, go to what's going to give you the most. Obviously, who's going to give you the most? Latrell Sprewell, because he's going to cost the most. Uncle Drew, that is Kyrie Irving. He's going to cost the most in the auction house. So they're going to give you the most MT I mean, the most XP, so they're most likely going to go for the most MT. So you want to look at all these XP points and see who's going to be going for the most value, but then the smaller ones are going to be pretty good too. But the diamond cards are really going to go for the most value. So now we're going to check the auction house and see if any are going to be in there. So right away, we want to check the auction house. There are none in there yet. It just opened. The packs just opened. So you're not going to see any. What I usually do, I am trying to snipe them for a buyout. Now, I will tell you right away that Dikembe Mutombo, I will not be trying to buy him for any more than like 40K because I know his price is going to go down. If you see a Dikembe Mutombo pop up for 100K and you take him, that is not going to be good for you unless he is literally the first one on the market, because I will show you that too. The first card pulled, we will talk about this. The first card pulled is most likely going to be the most expensive card of the day. So as soon as Kyrie Irving is pulled, they're going to put him in the auction house. If you pull the card early, do not hold on to the card. Put it in the auction house right away because they're going to go for an insane amount. We will talk about that on the 4 p.m. time slot for this video. So we have a Kyrie Irving right here. It is the first one up. Someone put him in the auction house. They pulled them. They were very smart. They put him up. The only diamond from this pack in there right now. This Kyrie Irving is going to go higher than any other card of the day because he is the first card able to be auctioned. Not everyone snipes, so a lot of people do like to get these cards for buyout. The only reason he won't go very high is if he ends up being a buy now, which I don't think is going to happen because if you check out this guy's badges, he has handles for days, tight handles. Let's go to his actual badges, not the upgradable one. Here's go. Ankle breaker Hall of Fame, handles for days Hall of Fame, quick first step Hall of Fame, tight handles. People that like to dribble and go around screens are going to dominate with this card. And he also comes with gold range extender. So he is going to be shooting from deep off the dribble. So this Kyrie Irving is amazing. Now, what will make him even better? If you can give him clamps, you can give Kyrie Irving clamps. It looks like you can give him clamps. So he is going to be expensive. You can give him clamps. You can give him defensive leader. You can give him heart crusher. He's going to be insane. So this Kyrie Irving is going to go for a lot. If you can get this guy for cheap and hold on to him, he will make you some MT. I would recommend sniping him. If you're trying to buy him from the auction house, just be ready to spend a lot of MT on him. I expect him to go for about 150 to 200 MT, 200K MT to start off. Then his price might fall a little bit because he is only a diamond, but he is going to be a very wanted card, especially if there's low supply of him. But let's go check out what I'm going to be doing for badges. Now, people are pulling packs right now. So I'm going to go over to badges in the auction house and I'm just going to put it at 1,000. I don't like paying over 1,000 for my badges. So I'm going to scroll over to the 4-hour time slot because that's where people are going to be placing them up for buys. And I'm going to see if I can get any high value badge for low price. Right now, there's not many badges in here, but I'm going to keep checking this back like every 2 or 3 minutes and see if anybody put them in there. Again, the packs literally just came out. There's going to be hours and hours and hours of people pulling packs. There's people at work right now. So another good time period to do this is like 6 p.m., 5 p.m. when people get home from work. There's kids in school right now. So at like 3 or 4 p.m., check back once they get out of school and they're able to get onto 2K and start pulling packs. That's going to happen. But I'm just going to keep checking this every now and then, seeing if I can find any badges. I'm looking for cards like quick first step. I'm looking for clamps. I'm looking for range extender, especially like silver. Those cards that go for a pretty high amount when packs are not in. Oh, the cards that you want to get now. And then I will show you at the 4 p.m. time slot what I'm going to be doing in the bid sniping process. So right now, this is the buy it now sniping process while packs are out. And then the bid sniping process is when the first set ends, after that 4-hour time slot ends. And I will show you what I'm talking about there once we get to that point. But let's just check out and see if we got any more Kyrie Irvings in there before we get to the 4 p.m. time slot. I'm going to pause the video, come back at 4 p.m. and we'll talk more about it. But let's check about this Kyrie Irving. There's obviously no buy nows. There's no buy nows for Kyrie and there's no buy nows for that Dikembe Mutombo. So you're not going to see any of those yet. But we do have a Dikembe and a Kyrie up, and let's see how many of these. Looks like we have a good amount of Kyries being pulled. There's a lot of these Kyries being pulled right now, so the supply is a little high, not really, but we will see. as this 3 hours and 58 minutes goes by, we will see more and more of these cards in the market, and we will know if the value is going to tank or if it's going to be high, because there's certain times that they have a ton of cards being pulled. Like last week with that John Stockton, there were so many Stocktons in the auction house that the price just started to plummet, and you can bid snipe him really easy because there were just so many out there, not enough demand for the card. So anyway, let's come back at 4 p.m. We're going to check that and see if we can look at this price going higher, see if we can get a snipe for Kyrie. I might actually try to snipe him a little bit on video and see if we can get a Kyrie to come up or anybody to come up. So what I'm doing to snipe, if anybody does not know how to snipe, make sure you check out LogicLookks. There's also young Simba and Carlos Story. I will leave those links in the description. I may do some sniping on my channel too, but those guys do those videos all the time, so I want you to check them out. So you're gonna select what type of card you want. You want to go over to the theme, and you really want to be sniping cards that are going to be increasing in value when you sell them back. So you want to buy them low and you want to sell them high. So right now, none of these cards are for a buyout. So I'm trying to go to minimum buyout, and I'm pushing this up to different levels. The highest I'm going to go is 1,000, then I'm going to go back down. So I put it up by 50, and then I just pressed options button on the start button, then I search. That's how I do that, right? I'm going to keep doing that over and over. Once a card pops up, I'm going to try to buy them really quick. If it's a Kyrie, I don't care what the buyout is, I'm buying it. If it's a Mutombo, I really have to think about it. It has to be less than like 60K for me to really invest in it, because I think his price is going to fall. And there's also other types of sniping. Again, I'm not going to go over the full sniping tutorial right now with you guys, but there's ways to snipe low value cards, there's ways to snipe high value cards, there's ways to snipe coaches, there's ways to snipe badges. I definitely want you guys to check out young Simba, LogicLookks, and Carlos Story. I will leave those links in the description. But let's come back at 4 p.m. and I will show you all the card values and what I do at 4 p.m. to check for cards. Actually, let's check for badges one more time. Let's check for badges one more time on video so that we can do this. Then we'll come back at 4 p.m. and I'll show you the other stuff. All right, let's see if we get anything good in the auction house for badges. Has anybody opened up anything? Has anybody put anything of good value in here? Got a slippery off ball for 1,000, relentless finisher for 1,000, tight handles. I will take that. I will take a tight handles badge for 950 and look to sell that back for about 1,200 or 1,300 later on. And then we will look at relentless finisher. We actually don't want that yet. I'm looking for badges like clamps. I'm looking for badges like range extender, dimer, things like that of any color. Of any tier, and then we're going to be looking to get those and sell those back later. Another tip I'm going to give you guys, instead of searching for badges that way, you go over to the badges you already have, and then you just go to find in auction house, and this is the way to search for a specific badge of a specific tier. That way, you don't have to go through the whole auction house because it's kind of glitch. You can't really search for what you want, and then you can see what the prices are going for. So my tip would be to always have at least one of every single badge so that you can search this way, and then it allows you to just be able to search quickly through things like this silver intimidator. I want to be able to get this because people like this badge a lot because they want to be able to upgrade from bronze, and you're just going to search over and see if anyone is going for a low value. No, then you go down to quick first step, see if there's anyone in there. This is another one that people like to add to their players. So you're just going to be going to the auction house and searching for these for low prices and trying to sell them back, and that's a good way to make MT. But let's get back at 4 p.m. and we'll talk about the other stuff. All right, y'all, we are back, and I wanted to show you guys that I actually did end up pulling a Dikembe Mutombo. You see, I only have 10K MT less than I did. I pulled him off the recording, and it didn't share, or it didn't save in my capture. I wanted to show you guys that I pulled him in the next single pack. Right away, we went and we checked to see what his supply was, to see how high I think he would be going, and I immediately just knew he was going to be falling in price. So I put him up for 100K, buy it now, and he actually sold for 100K. So I think that is a W. As you can see right here, my boy Dikembe was able to sell for 100K MT. I am very happy about that. So we got him out of there. We didn't do any of the challenges right away, but because I think his price was going to fall, so I sold him, and I'm going to come back later on and get him later. But we increased our MT, we made a profit, and now let's look at what we're going to be doing at 4 p.m. to see if we can get a little bit more value out of the market. All right, y'all, it is around 12:10 p.m. I know I keep saying I'm going to come back at 4, but I wanted to show you guys the good stuff that is happening during the day. So I was able to snipe a Diamond Kyrie Irving for 100K, and I used the profits from the Dikembe Mutombo. So I'm at no risk of losing any MT right now. I was going to sell him right away, but I thought about it and I said, how many cards are going to be sold around that 4-hour time frame? When 3 o'clock comes, there are going to be so many cards selling at that time frame. I'm probably not going to get the best value for him. So I went to the auction house and I actually looked, and you can look at the time frame, 3 hours and 25 minutes, 3 hours and 27 minutes. How many cards are really ending around the exact same time? So I didn't want to sell him right away, so I actually just chose to go ahead and do some challenges. I'm actually going to probably put gold clamps on him and add a couple other badges to him so that when the price starts to spike later in the night or in a couple days, he will be souped up and then he will be able to sell for more. Now again, this is just my prediction. I'm at no risk of losing MT because I made 90K from Mutombo and I used it on sniping this Kyrie. So it's a win-win situation for me right now. I can either keep him for the collection, I can sell him, I can use him, but I think his price is going to go up, so I am going to be trying to add some badges to him and possibly sell him later on. Right here, 3 hours and 43 minutes. You see how many are ending at the exact same time? I didn't want to lose value on him, so I didn't sell him right away. That's why I made that choice. So I am going to keep him. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Later on, we'll look at what his price ends up at throughout the day, and then we'll see what we're going to be doing in the future. But either way, we're in profit. You always want to be in profit when you're playing these cards in the market. Like I said, this is Market Watch. I'll be back again. I might have something else happen. I'm saying 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., but I'll be back again later on. All right, y'all, we are back. It is actually 2:55 p.m. now Eastern time, and we are going to check out the market and see what the prices are doing based on what we predicted. Let's see what the Underdog packs are doing. Look at Kyrie with 5 minutes left, just as we thought. That first card that got put up was going to be going for the highest. He's going for 402 right now, and look at the Dikembe Mutombo. I didn't think he's going to be going for high, but since it's the first Mutombo up, he's going for 430, and it's probably going to go up in the next 5 minutes. Now, there are no buyouts, I don't think, for any of these, so I could be wrong with selling my Mutombo for 100K, but I will not jump the gun on that, because if you just scroll over, you look at center, you scroll over, right after this one right here at 133, it just drops off the cliff, and it starts to stop at 100K almost. And if you scroll all the way over and you keep scrolling, you notice how many are going to be ending around the same time. And this is the bid snipe tip I'm getting ready to give you guys. As the time gets ready to near ending, I'm going to show you how I'm going to be looking to get these cards for way cheaper. As you can see, the current bid around here is like 50, 50, 65, 65. They're all ending at the same time. That means there's not going to be much demand at that same exact time. This is where I'm going to try to scoop Mutombo up for about 50K, 55, 60K, and then sell him back, or do the challenges, or lock in the set. I don't want to buy him for 100 because I think he's going to go down. And this supply chain right here shows you there's so many ending at the same time around the same price. That's why I sold Mutombo back. Anyway, let's go check out some other cards, and I want to show you my badge sniping or bid sniping tips. So now I'm going to go over the badges, and this is what I do. Look at all the badges ending at the same time now. This is why we wait until the packs just cleared. They're about to end at the same time, and now all the cards are ending around the same time, and you can try to bid on some of these as the cards are ending. Now it's going to get even faster as this next 10 minutes passes by, but I wanted to start the video a little early. As this couple minutes pass by, all these are going to start ending at the same time, and you'll be able to pick up some nice badges for cheap on pack days. Instead of paying 5,000, 6,000 MT for some of these badges, you can pay very low because there's going to be a lot of supply around this time. And let's also check out some of the other cards that we were looking at earlier in the video and from yesterday's video, starting with that Mono Ginobili. And let's see if we have any for buyout. I do not think there are any monos for buyout anymore. So there were the other day, and now there's no monos for buyout. So his price is starting to increase because the supply of him is starting to go down. So I'm looking to see mono go even higher before I start to sell my mono. Now let's go back to that John Stockton that I was looking at. And John Stockton is still hovering around 100K. He hasn't rose very much, but there aren't any buyouts, so he's also going to be going up, I think. I do think Brandon Roy has also increased a little bit in value. He was going for around 75, 80K, and now he's upwards of like 88, 90K. So his price is slowly creeping up too. So make sure you guys are looking for that when you are buying cards and when you are checking cards out on auction. Their price is always going to fluctuate. Now, I do not think a lot of people are going to be trying to use that Latrell Sprewell competitively, but since he's a lock-in card for this next Dr. J that's going to be coming out later in the year, I do think these cards are going to have good value. Let's check out Kyrie one more time, see how he's going to end. One minute left in these bids, and Kyrie's looking like he's still going to end around that 400 mark. People haven't been bidding much higher than that. And as we scroll further and further, the price is dropping lower and lower. Now, the reason why I didn't sell my Kyrie right away is because as you scroll over on this time frame, the 4-hour time frame that I was talking about a little bit earlier, they're going to start ending all at the same time, like I was talking about Mutombo, and they're probably going to end lower than I wanted to sell my Kyrie for. So I'm just going to wait until there's less supply around the same time frame, and then I'm going to sell them probably around 4 hours. When it's like 6 p.m., I'll try to sell them at like 10 p.m. or something like that, or tomorrow. We'll see. I have to look at the times, but I want to at least get like 150, 130 for him, make like 10, 20K MT, but I don't want to take a loss on him unless I'm going to be keeping him for the long run. Hopefully those tips made sense. You guys can also be looking for shoes and stuff like that. We'll talk about all those kind of things on other episodes. This has been a longer video. I will update this series like maybe 3-4 times a week. I don't know. The prices are always changing, but make sure you guys stay locked in, understanding what cards you're buying, why you're buying them, what prices they're going to be going for, because the markets are always changing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave some different tips if you would like to see different things, some questions, anything you want to know about the auction house, any cards you think are going to go up or down. Again, this is just my opinion, but I do make a lot of MT in the auction house, and I do compete, so I do keep some cards based on their stats too. So I'm all around with the game. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.